Hello, we are two of the team members from the engineering group at the Colorado School of Mines. I'm Megan.
And I'm Evelyn.
And we have come up with a solution for the public restrooms along the Everest trekking route. So from our understanding of the limitations, Hike for Help and the government would like to install toilets at 45 locations along the Everest Base Camp Trail, but there is a severe number of limitations due to the varying climate conditions as well as variable access to water and electricity. In addition, we understand that all parts must be carried by either porters or pack animals, and so we have kept all of this in mind while coming up with our solution. We spent the first few months researching what has already been done for sanitation in rural areas. Two of the designs that we looked at are the Pour Flush latrine and the EcoSan toilet, both of which are already installed in a lot of locations in Nepal. The Pour Flush latrine can already be seen at a lot of the lodges and tea houses along the trail. However, the Pour Flush latrine requires water to use, as well as the fact that it freezes in winter, preventing proper use. So we did not think that it was the correct solution. The EcoSan toilet is a solid liquid waste separation technology where the solid and liquid waste is separated physically by having two different holes. This works very well for squat toilets as well as for in-home use, but it does not work well for Western toilets, and it does not work well for a large volume of users. So we decided to go with the last technology that we looked at. Our proposed solution is a product that is produced by a company called Toilet Tech in the United States. It is also a solid liquid separation technology, but instead of using two different holes, it uses a conveyor belt to separate the solids from the liquids. It does not require water or electricity, and it has a lot of other benefits.
So the first benefit that we see with this design is that it is clean and low odor, which will be extremely appealing for tourists. It's relatively easy to maintain and easy to install because it comes kind of as a collective system. The way that waste can be managed is more sustainable than the traditional Pour Flush latrine, making this more appealing to outside donors. It also can provide compost material to local communities and offers a source of employment. There are two different strategies in which waste will be managed depending on the site conditions. The first is a waste away, where solid waste is collected in a container and then hauled down the valley for disposal. The second option is a decomposing system, where waste will be collected in a vault, decomposed, and then eventually used on agricultural fields. To help with the decision as to which sites should be waste away and which sites should be decomposing, we have created this decision tree, which contains 3 simple questions, and the answer to those questions dictates which solution will be necessary. This design will be flexible for both more flat areas as well as on the hills, and the only thing that will vary is just how the pit needs to be constructed relative to the building itself. There are a couple things with any system that might go wrong, and we have created some mitigations to prevent these issues. The first is that eventually small parts might break and need to be replaced or repaired. We will have purchased parts kits from the company themselves and store them in Lukla so that they are readily available for any necessary repairs. The second issue is that if a leach field is built too shallow, the urine might contaminate local water sources, and we will be providing construction recommendations to prevent this issue. And finally, decomposing systems might not necessarily treat all of these solid waste, killing all of the pathogens, but we will be having local people maintain these systems to ensure the best possible decomposition and pathogen destruction. Finally, we are currently working with the company Toilet Tech, who actually provides these systems, to discuss the discount. We are also working with a nonprofit to discuss external funding to help with this project, and we are working on finalizing construction drawings for a squat toilet modification.
Thank you for your consideration, and we look forward to hearing any feedback that you might have.